Hi guys, so today I have a follow-up video for the my Diamond Press new releases. It's for the Diamond Press Conversation Heart set. So if you haven't seen that first video, I will link in the description box. So these are some items, again, brand new from my Diamond Press. The Conversation Heart kit, it comes with stencils, stamps, and dies. And then the Love Bandit set, which are brand new, which also has stamps, stencils, and dies. And they also brought back the Pet Sympathy set. So I'll link all three in the description box. So Diamond Press did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. Any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you use those affiliate links. With the Diamond Press, it's an affiliate discount code, so if you use the code VCDP, you will get 10% off your order. So thanks so much, Diamond Press, for offering that for all of us. So yeah, I said in the initial video that I was going to come back with some different ways to use the heart stencil kit. Here I used it to do the sentiment here with the little speech bubble, and that's how I used it initially. But today I want to focus on this one with the stencils, with some die cutting, with some stamping, the whole thing. So I did bring out a piece of paper already ready to go. And this is just you know, heavyweight paper. And let me get something going underneath it, just in case. So I'm just gonna put this down. And I was debating if I should stick this down, but either way, I cut this about 5 inches wide. It's still 8.5 inches long, just like it would be, you know, just cutting my piece of paper at 5 inches on an A2 size piece of paper. I think I'm gonna stick it down. I wasn't really sure. I don't think it needs to be stuck down anyway, but let's put that there and that there. And then I'll take this guy and I'm just gonna place it across here, you know, starting with the hearts at the very top, you know. Yeah, why not? I'm just debating where I want to put it, guys, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna put that guy there. And what I'm gonna do is just mask off areas and simply just color areas of the hearts in rows, just make it really easy. So you can use this, you can stencil, you can then, you know, stamp and then cut out your hearts. You can just leave it as a background piece of paper. You don't have to stencil, you can just cut them out of colored paper, put your sentiments. What I was thinking about doing is just using like some light colors and then doing a background and doing some other fun like embellishment type things with these little guys. So I'm just going to stick this down. And I used to have a piece of scrap paper here that I've been using to stencil on. I'm going to cut it down just so I have something to cover my paper with, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to cut this and I'll be right back. So while I did that, I grabbed my inks. I'm probably going to start off with the pastel inks that Diamond Press had offered there, and I use the lighter colors. And, you know, if you want to do them rainbow order, that might be nice just to have some kind of order with it there. But let me grab this one. I'm just gonna use the light pink first. And as far as masking off, like, I'm just gonna take a piece of paper like this and just hold it. When I get to the next one, we might stick it down, but we'll see. So over here, I'm just doing it very lightly because conversation hearts are very pale, right? Well, I guess it depends. They might have some that are brighter nowadays, I don't know. But there, that's it for that one. And I'll leave this here because I'm sure I'm going to use it again. And then, I don't know that they have orange colored ones, but you know, how literal do you want to take this? Like, you want to make them very much what you would see at the store? You know, go ahead. That's orange. And what I'm going to do for this time is just mask this area and mask this area. That's what I'm saying. You might want to tape them down or just hold them. You know, whatever's easiest, or do a whole blending so they just go from one to the next. I'm probably going to use this for a background. I'm also going to cut some out, so I'm just going to hold that there. Some orange. Again, very lightly. And then yellow, and I think you guys can see where this is going. So now I'll take the yellow. If you think the ink is going to reactivate, you want to move your paper, turn it over, or do whatever, that's fine. I'm just going to grab some yellow from this set and just do it kind of lightly. This is the Jeweled Summer set. Oh. is a yellow. And the next one is going to be like a green. If I have like a minty green, I would prefer that. Let me see what I have. Or just, again, do it very lightly. This guy here, I got no idea what that little top on him, so let me grab a different thing for that. But I'll continue on. I'll just use this blending brush, and again, holding that, and seeing how that green, again, being very light with it. And then I'll go to blue, like a light blue, and then a light kind of lavender. And then I'll start again with the pink if I have to, okay? So after I'm done with this one, again, I'm doing it very lightly. There's that one, and I'll just keep going. So next blue, purple, and then go back to pink and keep going, okay? I'll be right back. And again, with the pink, I'm just gonna turn my papers over because they're getting pretty saturated with ink. And coming over here and grabbing the pink and going with pink, and then again, the rest of the rainbow order, okay? I'll be back. So I've been putting away as I was working with them, and honestly, you probably don't even have that mask. If you have something thin enough, you can get in there and not really interfere with the other one, but it just helps, you know, so you're not afraid to just go for it. And okay, so a few things I wanted to do here. I want to cut one down to make like a background, and then cut some out to make like clippies or something like that. Maybe like decorate a paper ruffle, I don't know, something like that. So I'm gonna take this and rinse this off, and with this guy I'm gonna see where is it that I want to cut it. And I kind of like that this is already cut off down here, you know, that's just how the stencil is designed. And of course you can continue your stencil design, or if you want full, if you're going longer, just keep going. So I'm gonna cut this to like 5 3/8 or so, you know, tall, and then 4 1/8 somewhere in here. Okay, so cut some of the either edge off, and I'll be right back. Really easy. Again, the bottom was already cut off, so I just cut this at 5 3/8, and then when I went to do 4 1/8, I mean, the stencil width is really 4 1/4, so I just had to cut a little off here, a little off there, just to even it out. And we have this. So for a background, what I was thinking is, what you do is you take your sentiments, and just, you know, there's lots of them clearly, and I'm just going to stamp some here and there, not all of them, you know, some off the edge to make it look more organic. So let's say we have XOXO, and I'm going to stamp it in red, because generally that's what they are, right? Aren't they stamped in red? And let's say I started up here with this one, and that one's kind of cut off, and maybe this one over here. And I wanted to do one like off the edge, like let's say here. So you're only seeing a little bit of it. Again, making it look really organic, like that's how it was, right? Oh, and then I'll take some of these while I'm here. Stamp this guy, maybe stamp this one. Okay, so I have some extras there. And we have like "You Rock." How fun are these? Oh, you know what's funny? Even if you don't do it perfectly, you know how that's how they look, like when you get them out of the bag. So let's say I put that one there. That's enough of "You Rock." Maybe "Sweetheart." Oh my gosh, this looks cuter and cuter. So maybe we stamp "Sweetheart" down here. Maybe we stamp it over here. And I'm super just eyeballing this, you guys. And maybe I'll stamp a couple more sentiments in here. I think that's probably all I'll need, like maybe another one here. Maybe this guy. Or this one, you know, just again making it look more organic. Let's do "Sweetheart" over here somewhere too. Okay, so I have those. Cutie pie. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. So again, like up here. Let me see if I can try to finish off that. There we go. Still just has some wording up there. And maybe this one, even though it's right next to the other one, but the other one's cut off, so there you go. I'm trying to see what makes it look evened out, like nice. Obviously I'll have like a sentiment in here, so that's why I'm not too worried about it. Maybe we'll do another one on this row. And, oh, I like cutie pies. We'll come over here. We'll put those there. Okay, so I'll just continue doing something like that, and when I come back I'll show you kind of where I stopped on these guys. And maybe one more. No, I don't know, I like the way that looks. Just let's be mine here. Right there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, so that is what I came up with as far as a nice, like, scattered kind of background. Again, you know, I didn't fill each one in. You can definitely do that, but if you're doing it, you know, kind of rules of threes, you know, a little bit of three there, you know, try to kind of keep that in mind as you're planning it out. It'll look great either way, but I just want to show you kind of how I would do that. So they're just kind of scattered there, little sentiment, maybe your little love bandit little guy, little something on there, you know, really, really cute. So that would be a card background, card topper. Okay, and then with these guys, what I'm going to do is just cut them out. So we have the die here now. If you want it to be super perfect and know that you're cutting out exactly where you want, I would make an aperture, but I think I'm just going to eyeball it. And I'm just going to run through the ones that are complete, because obviously I have other ones that are not. So I'll just run those through and I'll be right back. I'll show you what an aperture looks like in case you're new and or haven't seen my videos. Just put a piece of washi with your die, run it through a scrap piece of paper, and when you lift it up like this, keep it hinged, okay? And then what you do is you come over here and you look through there, and you have a really good idea of where you're cutting. Nope. And so just pop that back down. If you put some washi on the side that will actually touch your stamp area, that's great. If not, you know, add an extra piece of washi to hold it down. It might shift a little bit while you're cutting, but at least you have a very, very good idea of exactly where you're cutting. So when you cut it out, it's pretty perfect. Okay, I'll be back. I just went down the line, boop, boop, boop. Took all of a couple minutes. Okay. So I have all these cute little hearts now we can do all kinds of fun things with. And what I want to do is, like I said, make a paper ruffle. I have some little cuts of papers here that I was using when I did a swap recently, and I thought this one would be really cute for something like this. And so we're just going to make paper ruffle, you know, this is just a scrap of paper. Again, it's like less than an inch by maybe 2, 4, 6 inches. And when I do paper ruffles, just depends how I want to do this, but like I'm just folding it like forward, a little bit at an angle, and then back up, kind of going back towards where we were, so you can kind of see a little bit of that background paper. Okay, so it's just another, you know, kind of strange angle there. A lot of times I do leave more of this showing, but since it's so small, and then back up towards that area. So I'm not just going flat back, you see how it's kind of angled, and then back this way and bringing it back straight again mostly. Okay, so that's one of my ruffles. The next one I can start maybe here. This is a smaller paper, it's just interesting. So then again, back up and then back to straight before I really give it a push. You want to see what we're doing. That one could have been angled a little bit more. Okay, and then another one, again, angling our paper towards me, but down, away from me, and then again, just checking it out back behind, and then kind of straightening it out again. It just depends on the angles. If you angle it, it goes, you know, in different angles than if you go back straight. Like this time I'll go like this. It'll just kind of bring it back to straight. And with this kind of thing, I give it a really good squish. I generally put this on, run this through my sewing machine, so that's what I'm going to do just to get that to stay together. Okay, I'll be right back. My little ruffle, and a lot of times I dovetail it, since I got this one so close, I can just cut it all off or just dovetail one side, which would be very cute too. And of course my sewing machine, I went to sew and it lost its thread, so I had to do it again. So it's like some double stitching. I try to go right back over the same area. Cute. I mean, we can still dovetail that too. But I'm just going to look at, again, little paper ruffle, something cute. And just going to put my little you know, guys here and there. I think that's what I'll do. And maybe this guy. So just simply glue them down. Of course, you can put all kinds of cute things behind there, really build it up, whatever it is that you want. And this one, the middle one, I'll put some dimensional adhesives behind it, and I'll be right back. So I have some dimensionals on that little guy, and I'll just pop it on here. And that is another cute little embellishment you can, you know, use however you'd like. Really sweet. Oh my goodness. Okay. Another idea I have, and I'll be right back. This last set, I'm just gonna make some little clippies, and I love this coral color, but it is textured on one side, so I'm gonna turn it over so that we can stamp on the side that's a little bit less textured. You know, use the nicest, thickest papers you got, and I'm just going to stamp and then cut. So you can cut them out. I'm just using colored papers, and same thing. I'm just gonna take my stamps and just stamp them wherever. I'm just gonna make a few examples. So of course, give yourself some room. You don't want to make it so that it doesn't center. Okay, that one's good. Oh, I'm not gonna do LOL on every single one. So I'm just gonna stamp and cut each of these guys. Again, just looking through. I still have this aperture, so I can definitely just look through, make sure it's pretty centered. Run that through, and then cut another one of the same color, okay? So an extra one without being stamped. Or you can stamp both, it doesn't matter. Whatever you like. I'll be right back. So like I said, you really don't need the aperture for this one, because you can just look through and see where you're stamping, and the color is right all around, of course, because we're using colored papers. And with this one, I just want to make some little paper clips. So that's why I match these, but if you want to put like glitter paper behind there, that'd be really cute. You're going to sandwich them basically. So I have these little staples. They'll fit on literally any staple. You're just going to put them on the very top. And normally I would hot glue something like this, but I didn't turn on my hot glue gun. So what I want to show you is you can just stick them down, right? One and then the other one behind it. I sandwich them completely together, so it's just going to be tight like that. You can also put a little dimensional adhesive, and I have these from Diamond Press, and what I can do is I think snip them in half because they're pretty small, the hearts, and then the what's it called, the paper clip I want to use. So what I want to do is I do want to put glue also. Well, I would use a little bit of hot glue and then stick this even with the foam, because you want to make sure they stay. So, you know, let's say you put some hot glue, you put your little foam, put a little more hot glue, right? And then maybe another piece of the foam right up here. So that's why I cut them in half, so I can just use one circle for both, and then you'll have some space in between them. So if you like that look better than just flat, you know, you can do that. This is kind of why I didn't want to use the glue, because now I have to hold it since it's a wet glue. But I would definitely use a wet glue because you want to, I'm just going to pop this on here and try to, there we go. Obviously hot glue would hold faster, so you don't have to be worried about it sticking to your fingers. Let me turn this over in here. Turn it over, there we go. All right. And so I'm gonna hold that down for just a little bit, okay? And I'll be right back to show you what that looks like. And then we have these little clippies. So again, they look a little different because they have like that separation. So if you like that, or if you like to just glue them flat together, you can definitely do it. Any of those combinations, glitter paper or something else, instead of just stamping both sides, right? There's lots of things you can do with those. And since we're here and I have these little strips, why not? Let's make one more project with some of these little hearts. I have these strips, again, they're about like 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch wide, by like 6 inches. I'm gonna score these at every 1/4 inch, and I'll be right back. We'll make a rosette. So I did have to plug in the hot glue gun anyhow, since I wanted to make a rosette. So with these guys, again, every 1/4 inch, I just gave it a score. So up, down, up, down. When you get to the end, which will be pretty quick on this one, I don't really try to keep them like super perfect or anything like that. I just kind of keep bending them, and then I'll give it a squish every few. After I've done a few like that, I kind of give it a squish and keep going. It is easy with these 6-inch strips. And then this last one is coming up like this, okay? So I do like to put two together, so since that one is up, this next one needs to go back so I can glue them together. And that's it. So I'll continue doing this one the same way. I'll be right back. Okay. So again, the one that's coming up, I'll put a little glue and then clip this guy down into it and just hold that. Always try to make one side of it straight, because you know this is handmade, so it might be that like this little bit sticks out a little bit, so at least one side is straight, and that'll be the side that'll be on the outside of the rosette. And then when I come around here, I'm going to glue these together too, and they just so happen to interlock really nicely. Always remembering which side it was that you did straight, so the straightness should be on this side up here. And what I mean is like flush, right? So this one did have a lot of extra on this end, but earlier I made this side flush, so I'm making this side flush. And in the meantime, I'm going to grab like a little die cut circle, and I'll be right back. Lavender die cut circle for the top. Again, the nice side, like where it's flush, I'm going to have that on the outside of what we're doing here. So towards the inside, I'm putting the side that wasn't quite flush. And I always kind of give it a practice go, like I just do this just to make sure we are good. How cute is that? And I have a beige circle here. Just going to put some hot glue all on that. And again, I just kind of get close to it and just push that in there. If you really want to look at the back and see that you're really centered on that circle, you can definitely do that. I just don't mind just making sure it's really nice and tight. And I'll hold that down for just a little bit. And roughly, if you have an inch, it'll make like a 2-inch rosette, right? Because it's an inch plus another inch right over here, roughly. So a lot of times I'll do 3/2-inch strips if you want like a little small rosette, or 3/4-inch strips, because when they double up, obviously it gets bigger. And then while I'm here, I like to put a little hot glue and add on the next scallop. So I'm gonna let that set up, and I'll be right back. All rosetted. Looks really cute. Again, it's not centered on the back, but not worry about that too much. Need to take some of these little cuties, and I want to make them so that they're a little bit dimensional. So I'm putting a huge glob of glue towards the back and a little bit less towards the front. And I'm not really going to squish it till... I'm not going to squish it, actually. Just leave that there. Oh, we already have Crazy for You. Oh. And then this one, I'll put a huge glob of glue right there. Oh, I don't want to trap some weird stuff here. And that one I'm just going to hold there until it sets up, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so let's see all the cute stuff we came up with here. And then I still have some extras to make some more cute things. Look how cute those look all together. So we have a card background. I did go ahead and mount it on a card base, you know, maybe do a sentiment, die cut sentiment, and there you go. Again, one of our little characters. There you go. We made, which one did we do first or second? I don't recall if it was the Clippies or these guys, but either way, a cute little ruffle. Again, just a little something you can add to literally anything. If you had your little character here, you know, you can add the little ruffle with him. Oh my goodness, super cute. We made our little Clippies that you can pop on your journals and cards and gift bags. You have a little gift bag, you just fold, you know, fold over the top, put that on there to hold it. Super, super cute. And then, why not, a little rosette with the little Crazy for You and XOXO. I went rosette crazy this Christmas. I was putting them on tags. I was putting them on gift bags. You can just stick it on, or, you know, you can add in a little twine in the back or something to, like a little loop to tie it on if you want. However it is you want to use it. They look super cute. I mean, just adorable. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Diamond Press, for sending these items for review. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.